Red Factor Network, keeping Adolites connected worldwide. Okay, now going back home, to me, it's a challenge. To anybody, I think your heart races a bit faster because you're going to a place that's changed from when you left it.
Yeah, that's true.
Now you going back to represent your people and play politics. What has been your greatest challenge? First, as a politician, going back home at those states to do politics.
Yeah.
What's been your greatest challenge?
Right. First of all, making that decision was difficult,
Okay.
but at the timing was a bit, funny as well. The first time I did it, so my wife went crazy. Oh my God. Oh, honey, why are you doing this? Blah, blah, blah. You need to have a lot of money. You need to do this. I said, really? Well, when I got in, one of the major problems was a lot of people will come to me, how? You want to do politics? You have to be ready to do this, to join this society. Do you have certain amount of money? Lots of questions, and people accepting you. When there are meetings, they don't call you. You have to find out yourself. People despise you just because you want to come and try. So they believe, that they are the people that live back home, they know better. They don't want you to bring anything new. They don't know. So it's like a little,
There's a click.
There's a click there. So it was so funny then. With again, no experience. I never had any experience. When you go to certain meetings, you can't speak your mind. Once you do that, people just hate you.
Give us an example.
Yeah, you understand. Okay, there are instances where to get to a meeting, you have to, reach out to a lot of people, communicate later. They'll tell you the meeting is here, is there. Then you eventually go there.
You're cut off the system.
You are cut off the system. It's very difficult for you to meet up.
Okay.
Just to be there at the time. So sometimes when you eventually know the place, okay, you're not there. When you see them, people will just be looking at you, okay. They expect you after all that to come. Every meeting you have to drop money and all that. It was really difficult.
Wait, two things. First of all, money for what? Money for the clique?
Sometimes there are different level of it. It depends. There are some you say you have to go and see this, and each person you see is like a tradition. You don't go there when it's like I've come to see you. Oh, I want to run for chairman of this local government. As the leader, it's an honor to see you. I really appreciate if you can support me. Fine, he listens to all that, but he expects you
to bring something.
Yeah, which courtesy, they say, you bring a drink and you bring an envelope.
How many of them are we talking about?
Oh my God, numerous of them. So you have to go around. It was difficult. But now, with the experience I had before, now coming into the system again, now it's easier for me. I don't have to go around that much. They know me as a force, as somebody that cannot deliver. They not believe in me, and a lot of people, the youths, they are really going with me. They're supporting me. So because now they feel I'm now on ground. Like I was in Nigeria for several months straight
campaigning.
Yeah, campaigning. Just came back now. I'm gonna do at least another 2 weeks. I'll be going back for 3 months. 3 months on, 1 week, 3 months, just like that. Although it's pretty expensive on my part, but this is I'll call it the rules. You have to be on ground. They'll ask you. You can't be in England and you want to run for a political position. No. You have to be on ground.
Is it? I'm just listening to you. Something strikes a chord within me. I am starting to think, do the adult people, the ones that you have to give the envelopes to, they, not all of them are not all of them are in politics first.
No, they have to be in politics.
Okay, and secondly, they do not want change. So is it
they're not ready for change. They're not ready for change.
They like the way
because you see, that's when I'm going to bring this in. That is when today there's what they call change in Edo State. A lot of people, I must tell you, if you go to Benin, it's different. You go to Isha, it's different. You go to Afemaland, it's different because of the development. The people don't want that. They don't want the roads, they don't want the schools that are being built. All they're saying, because I've been on ground, that the governor is not giving out money. That's the problem.
To them.
Yes.
So the problem is really the older generation.
Yeah,
of,
the older generation are messing up the system, messing up the world change.
We're trying to go forward.
Yeah.
They're the ones pulling us backward.
Yeah.
Okay.
They feel
okay.
they have to take out of that money
To do
sustain themselves.
Oh, I see. And
because normally there's what, let's share the money.
Okay.
That's the politics they used to play, but now it's no longer. It's no
yeah.
longer there. That's why development is taking time. Development is taking stages. Development will take it to the next level.
Why don't the just talking? Why don't the kidnappers help phase these guys out? These older, because if these are the problem, then I think we're going through so many problems. People are dying.
Yeah, kidnappers. Let me tell you, if you study them very well, it's for their own selfish interest. It's for their own selfish interest.
Are you saying they have food, they have shelter, they have jobs, they have...
The kidnappers?
Of
course.
They have... Well, I'm yet to interview a kidnapper, but, should I don't know of any. I assume you don't know of any too. But if there are any kidnappers watching, please feel free to contact me on my private cell. I would like to find out some of the things you're saying. But... Isn't this very cost effective for you? Would you be able to sustain and what are the guarantees that at the end of this, or have you been guaranteed the position if you keep spending?
No.
So you're doing
no,
this
you
for...
see, I'm not like I'll tell you then. I really spent a lot of money then. On 2006, 2007, my own personal savings.
You spent it with
with the party, trying to, I had to do what they told me then I had to do. But this system, this new government is different. That's where I'm coming from. This is different. I believe if you're the best candidate, you get the ticket. The ticket have not been given to anybody. So that's why we are hoping that if we work well, we campaign well, we deliver the governor, we might be lucky. In
one sentence, what is wrong with Edo State, and how do you intend to fix that?
Okay. One of the major problems in Edo State is impatience.
On which side?
On the citizens.
You think they're not patient
They're
enough?
not patient enough to see the developments. It takes time. I, for one, I can tell you, I'm not a governor. So, what I would say is, if I'm elected, my local government chairman, then I'll be able to say this is what I'll be able to do. But in a state where the governor controls, I cannot dictate for him what he needs to do. We can only suggest for him. If he decides to take it, it's up to him. But I know if there's a lot of job creations, and there's one thing the system is failing. I'll tell you, it's an incident. There were 2 incidents that happened while I was in Nigeria. Robbery. In England, it will not happen. There are 2 things. I looked at it. I can 8 people, 8 men, walk into a bank, rob a bank of about, maybe they rob them about 30 million, and they go free. It can't happen in England. There are 2 special solutions to that. One, cameras. Cameras, and at least an helicopter up there will solve that crime, will stop it. But they are not looking into that.
I'm going to interrupt you to say, bearing in mind, I'm also from Edo State, and I've been there very recent. I spent time there understanding what's going on. I do feel there's a shortage of trusted people that the governor can delegate to carry out certain assignments. In the sense of,
Like
first of all, the policing is quite corrupt. You know, there's no the police powers are restricted. The police cannot arrest a richer guy over
that times have changed.
for a citizen.
No, times have changed.
Well,
Times have changed. You see, I'll tell you something. The incident that the former IG was arrested for corruption, you are aware?
that was the federal level.
Yeah. In the state, we know the governor has, what's it called again? Immunity in the
Yes.
states.
Yes.
Now, the governor is not the one misbehaving. I'll tell you an incident again. There was an incident where demolition of houses.
I was there.
It happened, and there was this guy. The governor felt he did it deliberately in which hunting other people. The person was arrested right there and was handcuffed. If you can, I can tell you. You go to YouTube. You see the incident.
So you
That is a change. It has never happened before in Edo State.
So you say because the governor is not easily accessible, maybe not to a lot of people
Because of security reasons.
So
Yeah, but if you can reach him on Facebook, if you don't have his number,
is he active? Is he active on the blogs? Is he active on Facebook?
yeah, very active.
He is.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it does. I can tell you this about the governor. Say to anybody, I say, the governor doesn't sleep for hours.
Well, I can believe he's in a lot
He's
of
a
trouble.
workaholic.
He's in a lot of trouble with those things. But for a man not sleeping, not
He's
getting
working, he's thinking, he's always busy,
see,
commissioning different projects.
I did. This is why I was about to come to you. Red Factor Network, keeping Edolites connected worldwide.